Let's find out what's inside of this box. What's going on, everybody? My name is Cody and welcome. This box is obviously pretty big and I haven't done an unboxing in quite a while. We are going to go looking at what's in this box. What's inside of this box, you guys might be wondering. It's really big. It's going to surprise you. This is a video, just one of the things I got on a Black Friday sale. Others involving a car seat and baby stuff, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I got to go put that together too, the crib I got. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's inside of this box, and I'm not going to tell you what it is until you see me pop it open. Then I'll tell you exactly what all I got done with it. I got it for an excellent price, and I wanted to do some Let's Plays on a different platform that I normally do. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop this thing open. We're going to go ahead and, which one do I want to stab you with? Well, that's comforting. That's what I get for letting the Postal Service take care of everything here in the United States. I'm kind of sketched out thinking about that, and I'm kind of worried the box is going to look janky on the inside. Holy First of all, which is always the best thing, we get all of this bubble wrap. We got all this bubble wrap. I'm going to have so much fun later. None of it's pop. 10 out of 10. Would buy again. Right, turn this over. And I haven't done one of these in a very long time because I don't really do this sort of thing anymore because, you know, PC Master Race. So you guys can probably already imagine what's in here. With a game off of Amazon, a PlayStation 4 Slim. Why did I get a Slim? And there's a couple games I wanted to play. Horizon Zero Dawn happens to be one of them, and you can't get that one on PC, so I thought to myself, okay, I'll get this, because I can also stream off this thing and just record Let's Plays directly from the PlayStation. And there's other things like PlayStation Now. You can play games on your PS4 to your computer, and, you know, PlayStation 2, PS1, PS3, those kind of games too. Where did I get this? I got this on Amazon. I got it with a Amazon credit card. I had the price slashed down when I bought Horizon as a digital copy. I got this puppy for $195 and like 89 cents, somewhere in there. Main thing was I saw people getting these things in really janky boxes. You guys saw the box I had. The tape's a little bit banged up, but I got this, as I said, it was going on sale for $199.99, something like that. So $200 for a PlayStation 4 Slim. You don't need the PSP, or not PSP, the PlayStation 4 Pro, even though this guy here can do 4K, and so does the original PS4, if I'm not mistaken. VR technology is about the only thing that separates them, and I have Ragnarok, so why the hell would I get a PS4 Pro when I could just get the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive? So we're going to go ahead and open this thing. I'm definitely keeping my box. Open this up, and we're going to use some Toys R Us stuff just because, you know, we're trying to hashtag bring back Toys R Us. Just like I have the original Xbox 360 box, I have an original Xbox box. I have the console inside the box. I wish I still had the box for Nintendo 64 and my PS2 and my PlayStation 1s, but when I was 6 when the console came out, I was kind of dumb and never cared to keep the boxes for any of my stuff. The box looks really good. The box looks really, really nice. Like, I like the outer packaging and I like the inner packaging. We're going to go ahead and pop this side open here. We're going to do this while being careful, even though at the very beginning of the video you saw me throw the gauntlet down. Staple, we got the HDMI cable, which I can hook that up to the little crap TV that we have. Eventually I will be getting my normal TV that I had at my old place that I lived at, my grandparents' house, where I started my YouTube. Hi Nanny, hi Papa. Earbuds, HDMI, earbuds, controller. I'm assuming these are two-way. I think you can chat and you can listen to stuff through it. The power cable, Thank you. Tried and true USB to USB mini little Type B connection. I freaking hate proprietary. I do not like proprietary connections to anything. It's the biggest problem I have with Apple. It's the biggest problem I had with Nokia's. It was the biggest problem I had with anything that used anything. And stop using proprietary. Dell, I'm looking at you on top of everything else. Instruction booklet. Look at this thing here. Look at how thin it is. Like, it's great. So we're going to move this over here. Gives you a free trial for PlayStation Plus. I'm hoping that I get to do PlayStation Now here in the States, but I'm pretty sure I can because it's mentioning PlayStation PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, Spotify, and PlayStation View, which will be pretty cool because then you can like watch TV. Now, this is kind of funny because I bought the Horizon Zero Dawn for the collector's edition, or not collector's, but the digital deluxe for $29 somewhere in there. But I do get a coupon, which I'm not going to show you my code, but I got a code that lets me save 20% on games or movies or shows, which why in the hell would I waste it on movies or TV shows? I've got Amazon Prime, and I've got Netflix, and I got all that kind of stuff. So gaming is where I'm going to be focusing on. I'm seeing Ratchet & Clank on the PlayStation Now thing, which that makes me happy. I would actually play these games. Enough of this thing. We got the quick start guide and instruction book. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, that sounded sexy. Oh, so sexy. Hooray for rebuilding credit, only to destroy it again later. This is weird. I'm used to it being... I'm used to things being in a sleeve. There's the system, guys. It's nice and thin. Very, very good. Very good. If I'm not mistaken, if we check all the ports here, we have a Ethernet port, we have the HDMI port. I want to say, I'm not entirely sure. I think that's a Thunderbolt port. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't used Thunderbolt. But we have the power port. We have the spot where the hard drive goes, which, you know me, I will definitely be taking full advantage of taking this hard drive out and sticking something like a Fire CUDA in. That's cool. It's nice and easy. Unlike the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 before it, you had to do some unscrewing, you had to take some shoes off and all that kind of stuff. Up front, we have at least two USB 2.0. Are those 2 or 3? I think those are 3.0 ports. Don't quote me on that because I haven't checked them. Power and eject buttons, which I'm liking the fact that they aren't touch buttons because those things are so finicky. The Blu-ray drive. From my understanding, we have to install the Blu-ray playing capability on this. Like, it's got the drive, but until you install the updates, you have to do other things. Now, what I'm thinking about doing in the future with this thing, like, I know it's going to make a lot of people angry, it's going to make a lot of people upset because I'm thinking about bastardizing a PlayStation, but I'm thinking about doing some RGB mods to it, maybe like have the PlayStation logo that's, you know, on the front, like cut it out, make it clear, and then make it pulsate with color, like just very slowly pulsate, like a device that's charging, you know, just like that very nice clean glow. Have lights in it that indicate that it's in standby. The biggest one I would do is find some way to put a custom water cooling system in here, even if it's a little tiny one. Game consoles do get hot. This thing does have a lot of RAM, a lot of graphics power. It's a powerhouse. It's the most powerful game console ever built, outside of the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro, which aren't all that much more powerful. They do get hot. They have 8-core processors. They've got all that kind of stuff in there, so these do get hot. They're modified FX chips from AMD. I've had those. When I had Beast, it was an AMD FX 8350 processor, which was derived into these systems. Definitely thinking about doing that. Stand for it would be another good one. I just now noticed this, but the stands are triangle, circle, square, and X, which I think is actually a very, very nice touch. Like, it throws back all the way back to the original PlayStation. I think they even, well, no, the SNES PlayStation still used a SNES controller, but it was a PlayStation, but it was a SNES, but it was a PlayStation. And if you go look at the Ben Heck show, they actually got the prototype one that was discovered in a a estate sale or whatever it was, the sale that happened, a guy had it in a storage unit. They found it, it wasn't working. Ben Heck fixed it, and now you can play PlayStation games and you can play SNES games on it. So that's really cool. So moving on from the console, this earbud, we're going to look at this one because this one's actually kind of interesting. We're going to look, obviously it has something to do with voice chatting. Like, it has to be. I want to say that I can Bluetooth it though, because this guy right here looks like it's going to kind of hurt. Like, I could see it not being comfortable for very long. Like, I'm used to having a headset, over-the-ear headset. So this, I could probably get used to it, but I don't really care for earbuds as much as I used to. Like, I still use earbuds whenever I'm doing stuff out of the house or anything like that, but come on. I mean, it's nice that you gave us this, but it'd been nice if you included like a chat pad, kind of like the Xbox 360's Messenger, where you could just reach down and do all the little typing and all that stuff. But I've seen that the not Pro controller, but the pad that you can have, it's up here instead of down here, so you'd have to stop what you're doing and then do this and then go back to what you're doing, unless you're a pro. Punny. Let's move on to the controller because I'm most interested in looking at this guy. Come on. If you notice, it is a little bit different than any controller that came before it. Like, it functionally still looks like a PlayStation 3 controller. If I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be a touch panel. I'm not entirely sure because I've never used a controller like this more than a couple times, and it was the times I used it, it was for like Need for Speed or something. It didn't use it. So we don't have a starter select button anymore. What we have is we have the share and the options button. And oh, the center thing is a button too. Okay. We have the PlayStation button. Obviously that'd be to turn the system on and off and open up menus, kind of like the PS3 had. The bumper buttons look pretty good. The shoulder buttons are nice and clicky and responsive, but the trigger buttons here, I do like how these triggers feel. They have very little resistance, so twitch reactions will be pretty nice, and they're springy, which is good. The D-pad feels solid. The buttons feel kind of nice to touch. The controller feels a little bit too light for me, as I'm used to using a Logitech F310 controller, which is a little bit bigger than this and it's a little bit heftier. I don't recall what the rumble is for this thing, like the rumble capabilities, but I'm sure they'll be fine. The thumbsticks, they do feel pretty nice. Like, they feel better than what the DualShock 2's controllers had, and DualShock 3, obviously, they refined it a good bit. I understand that this is actually an IR capability for the PlayStation 4, but it also glows, I think it glows in 4 colors depending on the number of players you're playing at a time. I think the first color is red, and then it goes like blue or whatever. Don't quote me on that, because I, honest to God, couldn't tell you, because I've never paid attention. Like I said, I've only used this system like twice. And so that covers pretty much everything. I mean, it's got the USB charging port there. You can play it wirelessly, you can plug it in and all that stuff. Your port for your earbuds, so I'm sure that you can plug in whatever you might have. Like, if you have like super expensive ones, that'd be one thing. It says extension, so I think that's where you'd plug in like the chat pad or some kind of random dongle thing or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really see myself using the chat function all that much, so it'd probably be fine. I don't recall if this system uses Bluetooth. I want to say it can, but if it can't, then, you know, it's all good. I'm sure that you can find a way to crack it and make it do it. But yeah, guys, that pretty much covers it for this video. So yeah, outside of baby stuff and buying Horizon Zero Dawn, which I'm really planning on cranking that up pretty soon here in the immediate future indeed, I don't really think there's anything else to cover. We got a speaker on the controller, so I guess that would be where you'd be doing your chat function right there. Is this system voice activated? I'm not entirely sure. Like, like I said, I've been staying out of the loop with game consoles. I haven't bought one since I bought my 3DS XL, my new 3DS, the one I did a video on that I was super glitchy in. And you know what? Like, that was unintentionally funny, and I am not sorry for it, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed it too. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Be sure to leave comments down below. Let's get a conversation rolling, and I will see you guys in the next video, probably playing Horizon Zero Dawn, because that game looks freaking sick.